Hello everyone, I'm Turan Shadman, host of Herndon Farmers Market, and we are here with our fabulous guest today. And believe it or not, it's going to be a very exciting show because we are going to make a very original dish from Nigeria. My guest is Dr. Lola Agbanlowo.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is wonderful to have you.
Thank you for having me, Taran.
I'm delighted that you agreed to come to the show.
Thank you.
And we're excited to know about you,
Okay.
know about your whereabouts, where you were, and your education and family, as much as you can put in, and then we will get into our next segment.
Okay.
Please go ahead and introduce yourself to us and the viewer.
Okay, so I'm Lola Agbanlowo, and born in Madison, Wisconsin, originally from Nigeria. Both parents are Nigerian. They were here in the U.S. studying. My parents completed their bachelor's and then postgraduate studies. Then we ended up back in Nigeria, so we moved there when I was 8. I lived there till I was 16, so moved back here right before I turned 17. So lived there during a lot of my formative years, went to elementary and high school over there. While living there, it was a totally different culture. Initially, there was the shock. Had to learn the language, which was very interesting, the customs, the clothing, the food. So that really added to me as a person. Got to spend time with family over there, relatives. So coming back here, it was only natural to continue some of those food choices, clothing, customs. Since being back here in Northern Virginia, I've also continued schooling, went to medical school late. I always knew I wanted to be a physician, but just never presented with the right opportunity. And so had my 2 daughters, and when I was 34, opportunity opened up and went to medical school. And through that journey, I lived in Chicago doing rotations, and then lived in Michigan, and then only recently came back to Northern Virginia last year. So I'm excited to be back, grateful for the opportunity to be a family physician and to just also incorporate some of my cooking with everyone today.
What a fantastic thing. To me, and I'm sure the viewers can notice, you don't look anything older than 25.
Oh, that's a blessing. Thank you.
So you are a family practice doctor.
Yes.
And you deal every day with patients.
Yes.
And from what I understand, your point of view as far as personal health is a big issue. And
Yes.
tell us about how one can keep their health all together.
Okay, so I believe that health is wealth, because if we don't have health, then there's no amount of wealth that can compensate. But I always say that we can't take people as one piece. We have to see ourselves as an entire whole. So if we see ourselves as our physical bodies, our minds, our spirit, and our soul, but we have to make sure that we're catering to each of those parts of us. So a lot of times people get perturbed when they go to their doctors and they're told, don't eat this and don't eat that and do this and don't do that.
Right.
And I think if we just take it easy and look at what we can do that might be helping, and slowly all the other things fall away. So if we see food as medicine and medicine is our food, then it's only natural we start to make healthier, wholesome choices with the foods that we eat that are more nourishing to our bodies.
Well, I'm with you 100,000%. And I believe the motto is everything in moderate.
Yes.
And everything that has been created on this earth, I say, there has some good in it.
Yes.
So if we don't overdo, any way, any shape in anything, basically, we probably are helping our body. Don't you think?
I agree. Carbohydrates are there for a reason, so we shouldn't eliminate it.
Right.
Proteins and vegetables and
Right.
fruits.
Right.
So everything synergistically has a way to help our bodies nourish.
Well, this is a fabulous, fabulous thing to learn about Nigerian food, the recipe you are going to put together for us.
Yes, I'm excited.
So excited. And there were so many items in the recipe that you have that I've not even have heard of.
Yes.
But they are, as I am looking at it and reading about it, very healthy items.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this vegetable soup.
Yeah, so we'll be making a melon vegetable soup. The melon is called egusi, and it's usually from that squash, gourd, melon family. And the seeds are what we blend into either a dry powder or a paste. And we cook that in a tomato type paste and add vegetables, add dry fish or other fish and meats sometimes. And it's just all of the flavor that makes it very unique. It's also very healthy. The egusi seed actually has a whole lot of protein, a whole lot of really good fat. So the monounsaturated fats that are really healthy for us. And it has a lot of minerals, vitamins as well, that's very nourishing.
Fantastic. Now, everyone, now we had a discussion with our Dr. Lola Agbanluwo, and she's going to prepare the dish that she has learned while she was in Nigeria.
Yes.
And item by item, you will see. And we're going to go through the recipe, and then after that, we are going to sit down and taste it for you all. Come back and join us. Thank you so very much for coming back, and we are ready to do a great recipe from Nigeria by our Dr. Lola Agbanluwo. And the ingredients are fantastic. Can you tell us exactly one by one what kind of ingredients we are going to be using here?
Okay, so for our vegetable melon egusi soup, we have our tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers, and some hot peppers, and we'll blend that into a paste and have that cooking on the stove. In addition, we have our melon seed, which this is what it looks like.
And it's called egusi.
Egusi, yes. So this can be ground dry, and this is what it would look like dry.
And they are in family of squash, pumpkin, and gourds, and what have you.
Yes. We also have the dried crayfish, and that's for flavor. We have the dried fish. So this can be a catfish or it can be a tilapia, and it's usually a regular fish that's just smoked. So it's a smoked dry fish. And then we have several kinds of vegetables that you can use. Today we've chosen the spinach and kale combo, and then also the bok choy.
And then we have the cod.
And then we have codfish. It's a little rubbery, so it doesn't mash into the stew, but it breaks up. So it gives it nice flavor also.
Excellent. Now there is a different, I would say,
A spice.
Spice.
Yes. So it's called the African locust bean, and it really just gives the soup flavor. We tasted it earlier, and it kind of tastes like fermented sunflower seeds.
That's what yes.
And it
I would
is
say.
fermented.
Yeah.
So it's there for the
Rich.
flavor. It's very rich.
Very rich.
Yes. And then of course we have our spices.
And then also you are going to be using some kind of broth cubes, or this one was again.
So this one is, it's just a spice. It's called the Maggi seasoning.
Okay.
So you don't have to use this. You could just make your own broth or use the bouillon chicken broth. It'll give you that same flavor. And then we have, of course, salt to taste, pepper to taste. And then the curry powder is one that we like that also gives it a different flavor.
Layers of different flavors, I bet. And I'm sure as we talked about it, you said all these ingredients are available in international markets,
Yes.
regular markets.
Yeah, so you can get most of the smoked fish and the agusi, the melon seed, the African locust beans. You can get those from the international market, and everything else, of course, from the local farmers market and the grocery stores.
And you could always improvise with other items.
Yes.
Shall we start?
Yes.
What are we going to do first?
Okay, so we're going to start off by making our sauce. So I'm going to cut up the tomatoes, and we're going to blend these along with some onions. So we'll place these in the blender. And I'm only using 3 tomatoes here and 1 bell pepper. You can add more tomatoes to get more of a tomatoey taste. Some people add in tomato paste to give it that tomato paste. And then this is the bell pepper.
And of course the juice always
juice,
goes
yes.
in there.
And we can add some water to that.
Okay. Nice smoothie
That
look.
way it's nice and smooth. Okay, so then now that we have our paste, what we'll do is we will,
Extra virgin olive oil.
yes, so we're going to use the extra virgin olive oil. Traditionally, a lot of African families use the palm oil because it gives it that rich taste. But sometimes the palm oil has a whole lot of cholesterol.
I see.
So for a healthier alternative, we use
Extra
olive
virgin
oil.
olive oil.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fantastic oil to use.
You can just pour about a half a cup in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
Okay, so then what we do next is we add some of the onions to the oil just to flavor the oil.
Now I see that you're not using any kind of garlic either.
So typically for a Nigerian sauce, we do add a little bit of garlic. But with this sauce, we typically don't. It's really up to you as far as your
So it is
taste.
optional.
It's optional.
Okay,
Yes.
very good.
Yes. And so we added a little bit of the onion, and now we're adding a little bit of the fermented locust bean. So that'll just flavor the oil a little bit.
For how long would you be sauteing those?
So I just saute this because with olive oil you don't want it getting too hot.
Right.
I just saute this for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before I add
The smoothie
the
that we made.
smoothie mix
And that was the onion, the red pepper,
and the tomatoes.
white onion, red tomatoes, and red peppers.
Yes.
The 3 items. Okay.
Okay. And so
smells good.
It does.
Yeah, that it absolutely smells wonderful.
And then we just pour that in there and mix it together. So the smoked fish and the dried fish, we usually just, you can either boil it or pour some hot water over it.
Do we debone the fish?
Once we,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So we'll just put some hot water on
So
there.
we're soaking the smoked fish
in hot water.
in hot water.
And then we'll debone it.
Okay.
And then we'll soak some of this crayfish also in hot water.
Okay.
And sometimes that also just helps to get some of the little sand or other impurities out of it.
Okay. We are back. We have waited about 20 to 25 minutes for that concoction that Lola made.
Okay, so we had our smoked fish in water and we broke it apart. We're going to leave the bones and the skin. The bones will be great for calcium and they're really soft, so they're not the typical hard fish bone. So then we also cleaned out our dried crayfish with hot water as well. And then we'll chop up some of the habanero pepper and we'll add all of that in. We'll put in the spices and we'll let that cook for another 5 minutes together. Smells really good. Thank you. Thank you. And then we just mix it all together. So there's several things you can add, but for today we're gonna add some salt, some curry powder, and Maggi seasoning. Of course, you can also use bouillon cubes or Maggi cubes.
So if you're using the Maggi cubes, you do not use the other
Yes.
bouillons, okay?
Correct.
It's one or the other.
Yes. Oops. And so all of this is just for extra flavor. And then we'll let that cook up a little bit.
So for how long are we simmering that one?
So
Simmer.
for that, we're gonna simmer that for a while. We mix together our melon seed. So we're gonna make a paste. So I'll put some of the agusi in here.
Approximately 1 cup?
About 1 cup. It depends on how much of the melon seed that you'd like in the soup. Some people like it really light, so they use less.
Depends on the consistency you want of the soup.
Yes.
Okay.
And then so we add an egg, and this again is also optional, but this helps to keep it nice and clumpy.
Okay.
And then we add some hot water. Just a little bit, not too much. And then we mix it all together. And it forms a nice paste.
So this will go into the pot.
into the pot. And so then I'm just kind of breaking it all down. And then we can set this aside and then add the codfish.
Okay.
So this is fresh fish.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
you said you could be used like catfish or
So you can use catfish
So-
or tilapia,
tilapia
or
or
mackerel.
anybody.
Yeah. Oops. Let's see.
Yeah, I can hold it for you so you can
Okay.
use both hands.
Thank you. Okay.
Excellent.
We'll give that a few minutes just to cook all together. And then in a few minutes, we'll add in
The
the
paste.
paste.
May I bring it to you?
Yes. And then so we'll put this in clumps. Okay, so then we'll leave this in for 10 minutes and then we'll keep checking on it because we want it to dry and cook down. And then once it does, then we'll mix it together, it'll clump up, and then we'll add the vegetable.
Okay, so we have another 10 minutes to go with this recipe. It's amazing, the aroma is coming, that makes me really hungry. I cannot wait to taste it. So come back in another 10 minutes and we will try to finish up.
Okay, let's taste.
I'm sure it's hot.
Actually, it's good. So we break up this melon seed, and some people like this runny, so then they don't add the egg to bring it
Right.
clumpy.
Okay.
And other people like this nice and big clumps, or you can break it up into small little chunks.
Is it nice and hot and spicy?
Yes.
Good. We could always add more hot sauce in there.
So now we add, and then we'll add the bok choy. And some people like it really soupy, others like it really nice and vegetable-y. So I'll let this cook down and then we'll see. I think we can add a little more of the vegetable,
Okay.
and that should be good.
Yeah.
And then so we'll just cover it up, let it cook for another 7 to 10 minutes, and then it should be ready.
Okay. Okay, we are ready actually to show you the final stage of our recipe from Nigeria with our wonderful guest, Lola. Dr. Lola Agbanluwo
Yes.
has created this wonderful Nigerian dish, which you can go over the ingredients once more for us.
Okay, so this is a vegetable melon, a goosey is what that's called, soup. And we started off with tomato and bell pepper onion mixture, which we fried in some olive oil. We added a few spices to give it some flavor. And then we mixed the melon seed with an egg to kind of get it to clump up a little bit in some water. We put that in there. We used some codfish, some smoked dry fish, and cooked all of that together in stages. And then we added our vegetable, which we decided to use spinach and kale and bok choy combination. Again, you can use collard greens and the chard greens, the turnip greens, but that usually is what we like in our family. And so this is a dish that you can eat with rice, you can eat it with plantains, you can eat it by itself. You can eat it with traditional Nigerian foods that you make into a morsel. So
and also, not only you can eat it as in stew over rice or other items, it could be a soup by just giving it a little bit more liquid.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to start and taste the food. And I don't know how anxious everyone you are, but I am very anxious here. Let me serve myself some rice. May I serve you some rice?
Yes.
And then you can serve me some on that side.
Thank you. And I'll grab this.
Yum, yum.
Yummy.
Yum,
Some of that
yum.
fish and sauce in there.
Yum, yum. Thank
some of
you.
that
Oh, yes, the agusi.
agusi.
Agusi, yes, definitely. Awesome. Excellent. Now, I would like also to sprinkle a little bit raw onion on top of it. Some people might like, some people might avoid, but I like to do that. So let me give it a taste.
Okay.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
That agusi is really awesome. That's fantastic, and I like that habanero, a little punch.
It gives
of
it a nice little punch.
flavor punch, right? And it's very colorful, you know, and very healthy. All that fish, vegetable, agusi, and fantastic, very
I'm glad you
filling
liked it.
and healthy dish.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know how to thank you for joining us and being our guest. And I'm sure our viewers will love to make this recipe. And I hope you all enjoyed it because we did tremendously. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. This
and
was
thanks
so much
for coming.
fun. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you again on another episode of Herndon Farmers Market at HCTV. Have a great day.